History remembers records, but not every record tells the full story. Some become legends, others become headlines. And then there are records so extraordinary that they force us to ask a different question. Not what happened, but how was this even possible? Welcome to Sports Case Files. Case file number 01. Subject: Cristiano Ronaldo. Claimed 6 FIFA World Cups. Question: is this football's greatest longevity achievement, or is there more to the story? Playing in one FIFA World Cup is already the dream of millions. Thousands of professionals dedicate their entire lives for one opportunity. Many never get there. Some make it once. A few return. But surviving at the highest level for 20 years is something almost no footballer achieves. Every 4 years brings new stars, new managers, new tactics, new expectations, and new obstacles. One serious injury, one failed qualification campaign, or one loss of form can end a World Cup career forever. Yet somehow Cristiano Ronaldo remained. Germany 2006. A 21-year-old winger with enormous potential stepped onto the biggest stage. Portugal reached the semifinals, and although nobody realized it then, this would become the first chapter of an extraordinary journey. 4 years later in South Africa, Ronaldo arrived not as a young talent but as Portugal's captain. Expectations had changed. Portugal's run ended against eventual champion Spain, but Ronaldo had survived another World Cup cycle. Then came Brazil in 2014. Injuries, criticism, and an early exit led many to believe his World Cup story was coming to an end. Football moves quickly and fans move even faster. One disappointing tournament is often enough for people to write your ending. But Ronaldo refused to disappear. Russia 2018. At 33, many believed his best years were behind him until he delivered one of the greatest individual World Cup performances ever, scoring a stunning hat-trick against Spain. Once again, he proved that greatness doesn't always fade quietly. Qatar 2022. Perhaps the most emotional chapter. For the first time, his place in the starting lineup became a worldwide debate. Portugal had evolved, younger players emerged, and many expected this to be his final World Cup. It looked like the final page of the story. But history had one more chapter left to write. In 2026, 20 years after making his debut, Cristiano Ronaldo stepped onto a World Cup pitch for the 6th time, a milestone no outfield player had ever reached. But before calling it football's greatest longevity achievement, let's examine the evidence. Elite footballers rarely remain at the top beyond their mid-30s. Every World Cup qualification campaign is another mountain to climb. Nations fail to qualify, coaches change, injuries happen, and careers end unexpectedly. Ronaldo overcame every one of those barriers across 2 decades, but every investigation deserves another perspective. Pelé won 3 World Cups. Miroslav Klose became the tournament's all-time leading goalscorer. Lionel Messi completed football's greatest dream by lifting the trophy. Each legend owns a different piece of World Cup history. Ronaldo's place isn't defined by trophies alone. It's defined by extraordinary longevity. He adapted through different generations, different teammates, different coaches, and an ever-changing game. Could someone break this record one day? Modern sports science has improved, players are extending their careers, and the expanded World Cup creates more opportunities. But possibility alone doesn't create history. Extraordinary careers do. So what's the verdict? Cristiano Ronaldo's 6th FIFA World Cup isn't simply a record about appearances. It's a story of consistency, resilience, and survival at the highest level of football for 20 years. Whether it stands forever remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: very few athletes in any sport have remained relevant for this long while continuing to make history.